Welcome back to Repairing Lawnmowers for Profit. In this video I'm going to go see my good friend Martin Butler, who lives in Lincoln. So I'm going to have a ride from York over to Lincoln. I'm going to take a look round and take a look at exactly what he does on his Retro Restore channel while we're there as well. So here we are in the car. I'll get set off and we'll get started right now.
Oh, hello.
I've come to meet Martin Butler. As I said, I actually pulled over in the car here and I said I'm just going to meet Martin. Most of the subscribers won't know, but I actually started this whole lawnmower repairing due to Martin on one of his other channels that we
Many
did.
years ago.
And we've never actually met, have we, Martin?
We've met on email and we've also met on the keyboard.
Yeah.
And I'm not a keyboard warrior.
No, so we thought I'll have a drive over to Lincoln.
Yeah.
And we're actually sat in Martin's garden where he does all his retro restore
Two
videos.
hours away, wasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of hours away. So
He brought the rain from Yorkshire down to Lincolnshire.
So we're just going to have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go and have a look at some of these lawnmowers in this polytunnel.
Oh, yeah? Who says we are? What do you want to ask me?
I don't know.
He's come down here. Wants to
Well,
ask me some
I'll
questions.
ask you.
Oh, go on then, hello.
Why is it Gary gets all the lawnmowers and not you?
Because 9 times out of 10, me and Sharon are busy, that's why.
Right, okay.
And he looks at his polytunnel, which used to be the polytunnel which I used to grow veg in. You see them in my in my YouTube channel. Me earlier days, I was growing veg, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's Gary's office. He calls it his office.
Yeah, we're going to have a look. We've just actually filmed a video for our Retro Restore channel, actually, which I'll link to below this one. So we're just having a cup of coffee and we're just having a bit of a chill out, really, aren't we?
What's your favourite colour?
It's orange.
That's a strange thing, isn't it? Isn't it? I'm always in black. People say, but is black the colour? I don't know.
I don't know. It's like your transparent Retro Restore thing.
Oh, he's got me right. Listen to this. He's come around here and he's pulling the strings now. He wants me to make him a T-shirt. What's it called?
Lawnmower for Profit.
Do you want that on it, old Mower man?
Well, look, I mean, it's not contest, is it?
Every successful YouTuber's got to have their own.
You need a decent T-shirt.
Channel wear.
Even my mum said so.
Yeah, you got to do what your mum says, mate. I tell you.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's even got his mum. Listen. He sent me a picture the other day on Facebook of his mum and dad sitting down watching Retro Restore. How about that?
I know.
Yeah.
They're addicted.
Yeah. And we are big screen. We're on the big screen now, boy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they've seen enough wheeler dealers. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you
They're
go.
watching. They're watching you do your car, your Vauxhall.
Oh yeah.
Respraying it. My dad.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bed till I've seen these. He said.
Yeah.
No.
I did it though.
I said there's 5 parts. He said I'm not bothered. I want to see it. I'm not going to bed till he's finished it.
I did a good job on that as well, didn't I?
Yeah, it looks really
Have you seen
smart.
it? Did you see it when you
Yeah,
come in?
I had a quick look at it.
Just don't reverse into it when you go out,
No,
will you?
no,
That's how it happened in the first
I'll
place.
keep away.
What's your favourite colour?
Orange.
Is it really?
No, I never thought about it before.
Can't put you on the spot there, haven't I?
I don't know.
What's your favourite colour?
Oh.
I've thrown you. See, that's the thing with TV. That's what I don't like about TV. TV is all scripted.
Yeah.
You know, I like a bit of randomness.
You just sit and have a cup of coffee and a chat.
Normally talk a load of rubbish at the end of the day, but normally some good stuff comes out of that. I think so, anyway.
I do.
So you want to have a look in the lawnmower?
I think so, mate.
I'll call it.
Well, I'm sat here now and I'm going to show you just over there in a minute, but I think what we should do is probably count how many lawnmowers you've got, Martin. There's 2 over there. Well, let's have a count up and see how many we've got to
Right,
repair.
okay, yeah.
Let's have a guess. I'm going to go for 25.
I haven't I honestly couldn't tell you. And as you probably know, when I've done that worst lawnmower for profit, that's another DVD you should do. I do the worst lawnmower for profit. When I've done the worst lawnmower in the world videos on my channel, I think you've seen them anyway, actually.
Yeah.
I had lawnmowers which I've had out in the back of the garden there, which I've had for years and years, and I didn't know about. I forgot they was there, and I've actually went through and repaired them, didn't I?
Yeah.
We wouldn't normally go to the trouble of repairing lawnmowers like that, would you?
No,
because you'd normally throw them away.
Well, you're really good at doing the decks, you see. I never repair the decks either.
Yeah, well,
it's got a hole in it. I'm not very good on that end of it.
You just stripped one down, which.
Yeah, you would have repaired that, wouldn't you?
Well, I say I would have repaired it. The reason why I repaired them lawnmowers was purely to see how good and reliable those Briggs and Stratton engines are.
Yeah, which they are, yeah.
And I couldn't believe it, like what you said to me. You said that these things just go on and on.
They do, yeah.
And they're such a simple technology.
I don't think I've really ever had one that's not run. I think the main problem with them, 90% of them, is the deck rots.
I'll tell you
but
something.
the engines last forever.
I don't know if I mentioned it to you. One of the other channels I watch, and it proves that these engines, the Briggs and Stratton engines, like the Classic or whatever it is Project Farm.
Right.
You ever seen his channel?
No.
Right, have a look at Project Farm's channel.
We'll put a link to that.
Yeah, he's an American chap, and he does loads of experiments, and he uses the classic lawnmower Briggs and Stratton engine, and he runs them on all different types of fuels. He's put vegetable oil in to run them on that, or he's run them on like WD-40, I think he's even run them on and stuff like that. They'll run on anything.
Yeah.
And the trouble is, you get people saying, "Oh, look, stale petrol and all that," and they don't run. They will run on stale petrol, but the trouble with the stale petrol is that 9 times out of 10 it blocks up the carbs.
It does, yeah.
And it's a cleaning side, especially with Tecumseh engine carbs. You know, the separate round bowl carbs. They're notorious for blocking up and all that. But yeah, so they can run on literally anything. You go and have a look at his channel next time.
I'll have a look at that as well then. Yeah.
It's fantastic what he runs them on.
No, I've heard of people, I think you mentioned it on the video, someone was running it on vegetable oil.
Yeah, yeah.
Strange, isn't it?
He's run it on WD-40, he's run it on... And the run he's done pretty recent is crude oil.
Crude oil,
He ran it on crude oil. And you wouldn't think a lawnmower could run on that.
Not really.
There's 2 types. You've got a sour crude oil and you've got a sweet crude oil. I didn't know this. The sour one stinks of sulphur,
right,
and the sweet one doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's a lot thicker. So he had troubles diluting that to get it to run through the carb.
Right.
The sour one was a lot thinner and that ran through the carb. You have a look anyway.
I'll tell you one thing I was going to ask you. You know when you get a lawnmower that smokes,
yeah,
and you kind of run it for 10, 15 minutes, have you found a better way of doing that so you've not got to run it? Have you ever taken the exhaust off?
I always run it. I've taken it, so I've taken, but 9 times out of 10, as you know yourself, once that oil is in the exhaust, the only way to get rid of it really is to burn it off.
Yeah, because in the last video I actually did a time lapse. I think it's probably the longest I've had to leave one running. But eventually it cleared again, and that was the whole reason for getting this lawnmower for £20. You know, it basically said it smoked and it over revved.
I've never had one smoke because the bores have been worn.
No.
Never had one smoke because the bores have been worn.
No, it's always run off every time you've run it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I've not had one like that either.
And that's how reliable they are. And even the ones, as I said to you, that I've had for years and years that were stuck out the back there in the worst lawnmower for profit, they've not even smoked.
Yeah.
But one of the greatest things is that people don't realise, I say the greatest thing, it's not great for the people having it because they don't realise. Because 9 times out of 10, when people see smoke coming out of an exhaust, they think an engine's warm.
Yeah.
And the first thing they do, shut it off, and if they start it up again and it's still smoking, the engine's knackered.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's because they've done their own servicing and they've overfilled it.
Or tipped it over.
Or tipped it over, yeah. The best way to do it, I think Paul's mentioned, if you tip it carb side up, but even then you can fill the tube up. If you try and start it straight afterwards, it can suck oil, because in the side where the tappets are of them engines, there's a little chamber where that's got to drain back out again. And if you start it too soon after tipping up, it can smoke and get sucked into the inlet.
Yeah,
Best way is to go from top to front to back.
Yeah, I've had loads of them like that where people have just listed them as spares and they've put it smoking, and all they've done is it's not been running correctly and they've messed about with the governor springs, they've tipped it up, and when they put it back down they're already fed up with it, so then they start it and then it smokes, and they think, well, let's get a new one. It's a great way to...
Do you prefer tea or coffee?
Coffee on a morning and tea in the afternoon.
Well, your first drink here, you wanted a tea.
Yeah, because I've not had a drink today. There's variables, you see. But I'm quite tired as well.
Oh yeah?
So I'll have a cup of coffee, yeah.
Keep you awake. Am I boring you? Let's go have a look at these lawnmowers.
Right, Martin, do I have official clearance to unlock the polytunnel?
Safety lock is on, mate. Shall I show you how to unlock it?
Go on then.
There you go. There we go. Let me take you into Aladdin's cave.
I've actually made it to the Retro Restore polytunnel, and I've always wanted to come in here. This is one of the reasons for coming over to Lincoln today.
What, not to see me?
Well, apart from seeing you,
unbelievable.
I want to take a look at all these lawnmowers that are behind me. Let's take a look at all of these. So I get lots of comments on YouTube saying, I can't find any lawnmowers to repair for profit. Well, this is a good example of how to do it. So where do you get all these from then, Martin? I know Gary picks a few of these up as well, but I think he has a... Did you say he's got a Facebook group?
Yeah, he's got a Facebook group. We've had these literally... We find them. We find them everywhere. Literally everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean Facebook. We used to buy lots from eBay, but there's loads of people around where I live, for example, actually doing this. Yeah. So people say, "Oh, you know, is there any competition out there?" Yeah, we've got loads of competition around us. But as you can see, we still find them, and they're all around us. Facebook is a great thing, and Gary's a great one for going on the phone on Facebook Marketplace. And he'll type in the keyword lawnmower, for example, and then you can type in a perimeter of where you want to travel to, the maximum, whether it be 30 kilometres, 5 kilometres or whatever, and providing you've got your settings correct, they'll pop up and they're around there. And the great thing is what we say, when we message the person that we're interested, we'll pick it up straight away. No waiting, no delay, we get straight there, and that's the way to do it. So have a look on Facebook Marketplace And that's where a lot of these come from, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so we were discussing, sat down having a coffee about lawnmower decks and whether they're worth repairing or not. So we've got some behind us here. So what's the worst sort of state you'd repair in, and what process do you go through to do that?
Well, as you've probably seen on my channel, I've normally I've repainted them, but I wouldn't normally bother with a £70 lawnmower. If I'm buying them for £20, I normally wouldn't. Although I've restored them and done that, I've just shown people what you can do, because a lot of people who buy these cheap mowers, they might have one that's slightly rotted out. Yeah. And rather than them go out and buy a new one, they can just strip it down, strip all the paint off and repaint them to make them look like a new mower again. So I'd only do that really if you had something like a Honda lawnmower, which is like a £300 lawnmower or something like that, 175 to 300, £400 lawnmower.
Yeah.
But normally for the throwaway ones, like the ones we normally work on, you can 9 times out of 10 just get used to touching them up with a bit of red paint or whatever. Yeah. So a bit of hammerite paint or something, smooth right paint. But I have repaired them, as you said, and I've restored them to as new condition. But you wouldn't do that to make a money. Right. Make a money, you know?
Make a money.
Italiano.
I've just noticed actually in there that you've got a group of spares, and I know you've shown this on your channel. So we just take a look in there at what spares you keep.
You want to see all my stuff, don't you? Come on.
So we just filmed a video a few minutes ago actually for Martin's channel, and I just spotted these, and these are all the spares that Martin's got, so you won't need to be buying anything off eBay and spending £10 on exhaust guards, will you? Because you've got pretty much everything you need, which is why it's best to start with just a simple Briggs & Stratton engine. You've even got spare engines in the bottom of here, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got some old lawnmower engines down there. We always keep some, but as you can see, we've got things like you mentioned in your one, things like exhaust guards like that, actually exhaust manifolds. All these can be about £5 each. You buy them second hand. So if you've got this, you know, that can eat into your profit, as you've said before many a time. The carbs, for example, a lot of people just refurbish these carbs and sell the actual carbs as a refurbished item for about £25.
Yeah.
You know.
I have a spare. What I do with one of these is I service one up that I know is working well. When I get a mower in, such as one of these out here, all I do is, instead of taking it apart and hoping it's alright, I actually just unbolt that, and I take my test carb, which could be perhaps one of these in here, that's serviced up, and I just bolt that one on each lawnmower. Then that eliminates any problems. You know straight away whether it's a carb issue or you've got some more work to do. So having these spare parts it's invaluable. Even, you know, little things like this petrol cap cover.
So this to me is a very handy tool, because don't forget, I don't only do lawnmowers. I've restored motorcycles, I've restored cars on my channel, and I'm doing cars at the moment, as you know. I've got the Reliant Trotter van, which I'm restoring. We've got another, I've done many cars in all that. This is the actual engine to the Reliant Trotter van. You've
just done a video on that as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got about 34 videos at the time of making this DVD, this video rather. But this is an invaluable piece of kit, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to upgrade my compressor, because although that's a 60 litre compressor which I've got there, it's running all the time while this is on, sort of thing. So I've upgraded now to a 90 litre. That should help dramatically. But restoring stuff with this, it brings stuff back to brand new, then you can repaint it, and that's the way to go if you're doing this sort of stuff on a more, not professional level, but more expert hobbyist sort of level, sort of thing, you know. So I've got the space to do it, and that's just one of the tools to have, sort of thing. That's better. Go on then. Off you go.
Yeah, well, I fixed my own. This is why you laugh at this, because I had a Mountfield SP470.
Oh, your favourite mower.
Which I've still got to this day, and I repaired it, and this thought just came into my head. That's cost me less than £2.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So off I went on eBay, straight picked this lawnmower up for, I don't know, I think the first one I ever did I picked up for £30, sold for 70. And I couldn't believe it. I thought, I've got some, this is like,
that's
pocket
like
money. It's like within, you know, 2 or 3 days, and I thought, well, I know what I'm going to do here. So next thing I had about 5.
Gary's had them where he's fixed it, he's put it on Facebook Marketplace, and within, I think the quickest one he's had is about a minute.
I have, yeah.
He's done that and he's had a sale straight away. How about that?
I've had that, yeah. Put it on, and then I'll go take all the photographs in the garden, put it on, list it in the garage. I'll walk back in, wash my hands.
Yeah,
so
camera's moved again.
Oh. Yeah, well, you get that a bit, do you?
Well, not normally, but here we got the RAF bases. How's that?
I used to work at an RAF base.
Did you?
RAF Linton on Ouse. I used to work on the flight line, servicing Tucanos.
Now we got RAF Coningsby, which is where they've got the one and only flying Lancaster bomber.
The last one.
In the UK, yeah.
Yeah. You've done a video on that, didn't you?
I don't know if I can't remember.
I remember you going to see it.
Yes, that's right. Well, there's another one in Canada.
Right.
And those are the only 2 left flying in the world. And the Canadian one come over here for some sort of event, I can't remember what it was, and they both flew together.
Right.
So that was it. That's just part and parcel of around
That's
here.
based here, is it? They keep it there?
That's about 4 miles away, RAF Coningsby.
Right, okay.
But also at RAF Coningsby, you've got the Eurofighters, and that's what you can hear in the background now.
Yeah.
They do their test circuits every now and again, and they have the Battle of Britain. That's a Britain tongue twister, isn't it? Battle of Britain Memorial flight once a year.
Yeah.
And we've also got in Woodhall Spa where I live. You've got the 1940s weekend they do, and everyone dresses up in 1940s gear. All the old, everything turns into 1940s, and they have the old, like the Lancaster come and do fly past and all that.
All right, okay.
The whole village turns into 1940s. They black out the windows and put the old stuff in the windows like the old shop. And everyone dresses like that, and literally for the weekend it is a 1940s weekend.
Right, so this wraps up this video. Massive thanks to Martin. Check out Retro Restore channel and also his second channel, Retro Hacks, as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again shortly.
And don't forget, on his channel, well, your new channel, he'll have a new t-shirt on. And I think you'll have that up for sale as well, won't you?
Certainly will. Bye for now.
Cheers everybody, thank you.